Today I'm going to be comparing the Cascade lift bots versus the double reverse 4-bar lift bots for VexV5 override. So one thing, first of all, I'm going to be comparing a well-built, high build quality double reverse 4-bar versus a well-built, high build quality Cascade. So the first thing I want to compare them in is weight. I think they're well-built are about the same, but if you use standoffs for a double reverse 4-bar, then I think that can make it actually lighter than a Cascade. And for friction, this is a place where I think double reverse 4-bars win big. So they do have a lot of friction, a lot of contact area with each other. That makes them significantly slower than double reverse 4-bars, I think. I think a double reverse 4-bar, a well-built one that's light and uses standoffs and everything, is significantly faster than a Cascade lift. Even though that's not really what most people say online, but that's what I think is. I think that's true. Now, this is a part where I think Cascade lift is really dominant, is in the weight distribution. If you put your Cascade lift in the middle of your bot, you have distributed the weight very, very well. Double reverse 4-bars typically go right at the back and right at the front of the bot. They typically end up being very back heavy or very front heavy, depending on where they are. So that's definitely something to keep in mind if you're building a double reverse 4-bar. That's definitely a place where Cascade lifts are dominant. But I have seen double reverse 4-bar lifts that solve this problem pretty well. Like, for example, this one keeps a lot of the structure still in the middle of the bot. And another area I want to compare them in is compactness inside the robot. Generally, Cascade wins, but you can also make a double reverse 4-bar that's not that bad. Double reverse 4-bars, you can make them so that they don't actually take up that much space from away from your intake or your matchloader mechanism. Cascade lifts will definitely take up less, but I think double reverse 4-bars aren't that terrible either, or they're not as bad as I think they're commonly thought of as online. Next area I want to compare them in is their flexibility with a bot that has both an intake and a matchloader. And here's a place where I think you can do them both well. Both ones can do it well, but I think double reverse 4-bars are better slightly. Because if you made the lower bar and the upper bar powered separately, you could make it so it very easily could then get the pins out of an intake and out of a matchloader, just with some macros in your coding. With a Cascade lift, you'd probably need to add a 2-bar lift at the very top, kind of like what Ace did. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think that kind of just adds complexity. It can make it a front to back, which would be advantageous for match loading, but I don't think that's that important. I think that's also slightly an overrated thing online, is that the front to back is really, really important. I don't think it is. So I would say, overall, double reverse 4-bar lifts are better if you build them with weight savings in mind, right? They're faster. I think they can be lighter if you do run really well. They have less friction. They work well with intakes and match loaders. So, yeah, I think that's just really important. And the problems with weight distribution and compactness, like I said, compactness isn't that big of a problem. And weight distribution, just add some anti-tips or something. I mean, you're going to need to do that anyway with Cascades. It won't be quite as bad, but you will still need to do it. Now, one thing I want to clarify is I am not saying that if you build a Cascade lift bot, you're going to do poorly or anything like that. You can build a Cascade lift bot and win. I think Cascades are still very, very competitive bots. I just think double reverse 4-bars are personally think they're slightly better. But I'm sure you can build a Cascade lift and be incredibly competitive and probably very, very successful. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment any of your opinions in the comments. I would love to hear them. Thank you for watching.